This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're going to talk about how to have the world and the universe work for you instead of against you. There's three categories of life. We've talked about this before: relationship, health, and finance. Okay, we're going to go through all of these three and explore how we can get all of them to work for us instead of working against us. Now, when I say working against us, it's not necessarily that they work against us. Sometimes they do, but either they work for you or you work for them. So let's look at it from this perspective. Let's start with seed retention, shall we? Because it's such a great example for everything else in life. You have a seed production that's going on inside of your body constantly. 24/7, there is seed being produced inside your body for you to prepare to have a baby. Now that's what you would think, but that's not the primary cause of the seed. The seed that is developing in you is actually there to produce energy, okay? To produce energy in you to, yes, create a baby if that is necessary, but also for you to actually accomplish worthwhile goals and have the motivation to do so. The seed that you have is more important in terms of your goals than it is in terms of your reproduction goals. Reproducing and having a baby, when it comes to deep relationships, okay, like, yes, you could impregnate 1,000 women, right? But those kids would not be very well off. They would all be basically part of a single mother family, and they would be screwed up in their heads once they grow up. Now, if you, however, have a deep relationship with women, then you can actually invest in those kids and they will become fantastic because you've got a deep relationship with the woman and the mothers of these kids. So that's something that happens once in a while. While the seed production is constant, continuous. So it cannot be solely for the purpose of having. It is mostly to create progression in one's life and to achieve your goals. This is how it works for you instead of you working for it or it working against you. Seed production, when it's going into hyperdrive, creates massive distractions because women are distractions for us. The more on hyperdrive your seed production is, the more distracted by females you're going to be, which will take you away from your financial goals and the things that you want to establish. That means that your seed production is working against you, and you have to work for it with porn and masturbation, or going to strip bars, or going on dates and paying for those dates, and having to work for these women to keep their attention. Instead of doing that, put that all aside, discipline yourself for 30 to 40 to 90 days, get to those 90 days, guys, of seed retention so that you don't have to worry about those distractions at all. Which means that you now can focus on those things that will establish your life, establish your empire. Have you noticed that the seed production that's going on inside your body is automatic all the time? You don't even have to think about it. It just happens. What a gift from the universe that we've been able to be blessed with that. I love that. I love that I don't have to think, oh, today I have to produce some seed again. It's beautiful. It's a gift, okay? And you should love that gift, but the only time you're gonna love that gift is when you have it work for you instead of against you. Okay, so that's seed retention. Another aspect of things, let's talk about our bodies, our health. Now, what's interesting is that you don't really think about your body and your health as working against you, as working for you, but think about it in terms of energy levels. If you do not exercise, or if you do exercise but don't get enough nutrition, hey, important, or you basically laze around, your body is going to work against you. I noticed this when I was trying to build a network marketing company a long time ago, and I was out wanting to talk to people, and I could be out for several hours a day talking to people. Okay, talking to strangers. And the fact of the matter is that I did not get proper nutrition into my body, which made it so that I was very anxious when I talked to people, and they could obviously sense it. And if they felt that I was anxious, then why would they want to talk to me? And why is this guy talking to me? Do you understand this point? My health started working against me instead of working for me. And if you have bad health habits, they're working against your body instead of working for you. They're established: exercise, good nutrition, and seed production. Once that is established in your life, now your body and your energy and your health is working for you instead of against you. Suddenly the universe is flooding you with creative ideas, is flooding you with the right people in your life, because if you have tons of energy, then guess what kind of people you're going to attract into your life? You're going to attract people with tons of energy. And if they have tons of energy, that's going to fuel more of your energy. And if you're fueled with energy by those people, that's going to fuel those people even more. And you're going to attract better and better and better people over time. Guess how easy it's going to be to attract and achieve your long-term worthwhile goals if this is the case. People, okay? You want people and systems to work for you instead of it working against you, or you working for people and systems. Now, what do I mean by this? This is where having one sole source of income, or having a job, which stands for, say it with me, just over broke, means that if you have a job, you're working for a system, or you're working for someone who's rich. Now, if you do this, it's great if it pays well. However, the higher the wages, more probably the more energy it is sucking out of your life. Now, temporarily, it could be a wise strategy to keep that job or several jobs while having a business on the side, okay, so that you can build up income, so that you have safety and security and that other business income, so you can quit your job with ease and with excitement when that day comes, okay? But in the beginning, that system and those people are working against you instead of for you. I look at it the same way when it comes to big government. I don't like big government. I like limited government, where they allow me to do what I need to do to produce income for them, but also for my family. But I also love limited government, where they protect me with the law, with police, with basically, I'm talking libertarian here, where they basically are working for me instead of against me. So now that you manage to slowly but surely become a business owner, every single person that is working with you or for you is working for themselves, but because they're too afraid of starting their own business on the side, they're basically giving you a little percentage to you so that you don't have to work as hard if you don't want to. Or if you've got emergencies in your life, then you can scale down your business hours for the time when you want to increase your business hours. This is how it works when it comes to business. And when it comes to money, guess what? Money is the exact same thing as a business. In fact, money is a business. $1, according to Grant Cardone, is a slave. Okay? Every single dollar you own is a slave. Now, if they're not working for you, what are they doing? Basically, they're actually working against you because of inflation. 2 to 3% is going out the window every single year if you just keep it under your mattress. If you're putting it inside an investment, reinvesting it into your business, that's the best advice, by the way, or reinvesting it into yourself through coaching services or conferences or learning simply, you're now suddenly making businesses or people work for you instead of you working for them. When you give your money, when you invest your money, if it's passive income, if it's money that you've generated from a business, that means that these people are now giving you more money back in terms of a business. Like, there are tons of businesses that are basically giving you money back and working for you. Okay, so every dollar that you invest is working either for you or if you've got credit cards, consumer loans, and all that crappy debt stuff, guess what? Your money is working against you unless you use that debt in your business to produce higher income and higher cash flow. I could have explained it a little bit easier than that, but do you guys understand what I mean? The point is you want your money to work for you instead of you working for money. Don't work for money. And the last one, but not least, are you working for women or are women working for you? This is a very important question you have to ask yourself, because if you haven't gone for 90 days with your seed production, I will assume that you're still working for women. And if you're not working for women, you might eventually work for a woman simply by marrying her, having kids with her, and then having a 50% chance that she divorces you simply because she desires to and takes 50% of the money, keeps alimony money, and then you almost never see your kids. Is that what you want? You have to learn eventually, after you've gone through all the other steps that I've gone through in this video and developed at least $10,000 US dollars in passive income, as long as this is what the currency is worth right now, you shouldn't even be thinking about women. However, I'm just going to explain to you the point of you don't want to work for women, you want women to work for you. This is why I think it's ridiculous when guys think it's great that women get their independence and go have a job. Why would you want a woman to work for someone else and then you get angry and upset when she doesn't adore you and spend time with you and want to have sex with you? She's tired from having served her other boss or her other bosses. Do you understand how silly it is to think about having a woman outside working? Ridiculous. So what I would recommend is coming to the point where you have the money, you have the understanding of the female psyche, and you understand how the world works to the point where women are working for you because they love and adore you and they want to be around you. And once you understand the female psyche, she will never leave you because no one else understands the woman. This is why this Men of High Value channel and this movement is so empirical and so important for you to keep track on. Make sure you subscribe and like this video, because it's going to teach you the most important critical things to prioritize in your life. If I can tell you something right now, and I'll repeat this in another video for sure, it's prioritize wisely, prioritize correctly. The cool part about understanding how to make things work for you instead of against you is the point where you understand prioritization. Because if you think about it, if you prioritize women and making them work for you instead of against you, this would be either marriage before you figured out the finances, before you figured out your health habits, before you figured out how to get other people to work for you, and perhaps even before you've regulated and understood your seed production. Would it be very wise to start prioritizing women right now? I think not. It's the last thing after everything else. I prioritized the wrong way by getting married too early. Shame on me. And I have to suffer for it, or had to suffer for it, in order for me to fix the situation. But happily for you, now I understand the woman, so I can actually share this with you, because that's what I've been spending my last 7 years figuring out most of the time, and then doing business on the side. That's what's happened, guys. I spent time on the female psyche, and money was second rate to that. But now I figured out business as well, so you're going to learn tons from this channel. That's what I can promise you about that. What I would prioritize is seed retention. Understanding your seed production, understanding how to go 90 days, how to get disciplined in your life and become masculine. Because if you manage to prioritize that prior to everything else, it's going to solve all of your problems eventually. Not right away. It's not like automatically everything is solved because you practice seed retention, but it will put into you, it will instill within you the character and the masculinity that is necessary to accomplish all your other worthwhile goals. And then I would prioritize money and business for sure, including health on the side there, because health is so easy to take care of once you figure it out. It takes half an hour and then some time eating throughout the day. But then once you've got the habit, it's so easy. And then, guess what? Once you've established yourself, you've established your business, you've established everything else, now we can prioritize women the right way, and you get to have the best top shelf quality women because you've got everything else in place. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.